will everything be all right? Love people. The days go by and you ask yourself, when will everything be good again? When will it be light and bright? Truly I say to you, the day of truth is near. The day when you will see your own truth and understand your own reality is near, very near. So I invite you to face everything that is alive with courage and to no longer pay attention to the inanimate, to live with God full of confidence and to be a human being through God. Today it's all about not getting lost in the thicket of opinions and diffuse energy fields. It's about staying with yourself. It's about experiencing the remaining days in the old hustle and bustle with clarity and sanity. The umbilical cord of God. This is what you achieve when you stay connected to God's umbilical cord. This connection is given to everyone by birth, but many people forget it throughout their lives. Anyone who lives in this connection is truly blessed and unaffected by daily events. This person draws his timeless circles. No one and nothing can throw a person who maintains vital communication with God off track. At this low vibrating level of being, this umbilical cord is the invisible thread to God, your only life insurance. Maintaining this connection with Spirit under all circumstances is what this time is all about, a great learning experience that many people are ready for today. For in the end you will attain mastery of that plane of being. The end of this lesson is when you conquer doubt and can always perceive yourself as a part of something much bigger. You are alive through connection with God. You are holy through union with God, and you are complete in perfection with God. Keeping this universal truth alive as an inner longing is the main task of a human being. Many meet these requirements. Many re-enter the world of entanglements. What are you looking for? After a way out of the valley of tears, are you ready for the ascension into the reality of life? Then come and go. Take courage every day and in all matters. The earth enters the phase of healing. Now humanity is being shaken awake and aware of its purpose. Events are already pointing in this direction and things to come can be read from the present. Everything changes. Being equipped for this is your main task, and that means wearing the armor of God. In infinite love. Christ. Channel, Jan J. Castle. Precious loves of my heart. How much I feel your being as you struggle to understand duality with a soul of pure light. As we wait and watch for infinite change that cannot be stopped, let us look together at aspects of life that could assist you with a new perspective in an ocean of ever-increasing momentum. I will ask some probing questions. Before answering, become still and quiet and allow your truth to surface. This will be healing for many, as some reading this will leave the body form before the shift. Not knowing if this is you, please allow this as a cleansing and healing energy that will wash over your being. If this was the last week of your waking dream, what would you change? What words would you speak and what would you do differently? What would matter that does not have your attention in this moment? And what would not matter at all, even though it is all consuming in the moment of now? Who would you feel you needed to share your feelings and emotions with now? Who would you distance yourself from in an undeniable way? Who would you forgive and what would that feel like within? Have you also forgiven yourself? You are love and the beloved ones of light. I embrace you now with the depth of eternal light. Who would you reach out to in love that you worked so hard to build a wall to keep away? If you had one more week in this waking dream, what would you be grateful for? What would you see as a gift that you once feared or detested? Would you see a handicap as a stepping stone or catalyst for change? Did the malady cause you to go deeply within to cope? Did you discover a place of peace within? All of these things you experience now will change and vanish. But no one knows the moment of the grand shift but a mighty elder of light in the higher realms of creative power where God covers all life. Elder Teaca knows precisely the very moment of power and love that will explode into the crystal hearts of your origin. The moment of now will not be revealed as many are awakening as planned by the soul. There is nothing greater than to see a struggling identity realize who they really are in the power of light. The momentum of the God self-realized soul is spreading exponentially, and this was always the sacred plan. There is great joy around you, and more to be found within. Find this joy and hold on. The magnificence of your being is connected to infinite light from God, Elako, and the majesty of the beginning of all mysteries being known as before you. If there was one more week, who could ask for more? You are precious in my heart. Annie, my EA. I love you so. Aya. Received by Judith. We love to celebrate, enjoy, and feel ecstatic. Although we are created to live in these vibrations, we have kept ourselves from realizing our natural state of being. One way of opening our awareness and realization to our true essence and capabilities is to practice being aware of our heart consciousness, represented by our physical heart. It has intelligence and mental abilities beyond the mental brain and has the most powerful energetic expression of any of our organs, far more powerful than the brain mind. Our heart mind is our connection with universal consciousness. The heart mind does not think. It just knows everything, and it can convey insight and guidance through our intuition. Being able to escape from the lower astral world's very negative, life-diminishing energies, we must be able to pay attention to the energies we want, in order to be fulfilled in every way. Depression and loss of hope can have no place in our lives when we give them no attention or alignment. This is a conscious decision, and our life experiences depend upon what we pay attention to and believe is real. We are the directors of our lives, and we can take charge in any moment that we can trust ourselves implicitly. Without trust, we have doubt, which kills any chance of creative manifestation. Trust comes when we can know and align with our heart consciousness in every moment. Without our life force and attention, negativity cannot exist in our experience. We enable it to be present for us by giving it our energetic resonance and alignment. Once we withdraw our attention and instead focus on the qualities that we love, our entire presence lights up with greater radiance and creative ability. Except for our doubt, nothing can keep us from manifesting everything we want. We are here to be the creators of everything we know, and we constantly modulate the energies in our experience by our attention and recognition. Through recognition and alignment with our innermost being, we can realize our true self. We are infinite in every way beyond time/space, and we are expressing ourselves as actors in the empirical, dualistic world of humanity, in which we have limited our consciousness. We have the choice of unlocking our conscious awareness from limiting beliefs about ourselves. It begins with intention to know the truth about who we are and the nature of our consciousness. We must look beyond our limited ego consciousness to the heart of our being. This is a real presence of awareness that is not physical and that resonates with the vibrations of our heart consciousness. It is our place of knowing and feeling our grateful, loving, and ecstatic essence, and it is the transcendent realization of personal transformation. By Kenneth Smith. Dear ones, likely you have recently experienced a surprise that points you in a new direction. Some of you are comfortable with this, while others are terrified or are randomly experiencing both emotions. You have been content to restrict yourself, using COVID or your inner messages to limit your interactions, filling those limiting days with activities that now seem pointless or a waste of your waking hours. Your long rest is over. In the past few years, you shed 3D karma, friends, and relatives and curtailed your activities. Perhaps you were among those who traveled, continued to entertain, or worked in a group setting. But as you performed those activities during this rest and regenerative stage, those activities became more work than fun. That which is new is capturing your attention. A new activity that is not logical or who you thought you were, opening your being to new thoughts and possibilities. No one can tell you if this new activity is right for you, including soothsayers, psychics, and mind readers. Similar to someone with an elementary school education attempting to inform a scientist about the technical aspects of their position. Unless the psychic is on the exact path as you, which is no longer possible, they will not understand the nuances necessary for you to make your decision. You must follow your inner messages, which will initially waver. For those of you who are psychic or otherwise otherworldly, you will understand the need to hone your skills before your inner messages are as clear as you would like, as was true when you first started reading or channeling for others. You will likely have peaks of clarity with emotional ups and downs as you decipher your new internal messages. The changes you are contemplating are much deeper than choosing a mode of transportation, marriage, or giving birth, all actions documented by eons of 3D participants. Your inner directives are new, so you have little precedent, personally or globally, to confirm your rightness or even some of the steps necessary to achieve your newfound happiness. You are new with new inner directives, few of which will seem logical, for those directives are designed to shift you in new directions. So your questions to yourself and others will be, should I do this? This seems right and wrong. What should I do and when? Questions that no one other than you can answer as you flutter between yes, no, and maybe. You want the correct answer before you take the leap. But the necessary information is only available to your inner being. A segment of your new totality you are just beginning to access. Knowing you are the only being with the information necessary to help you decide what to do likely feels overwhelming at times, for you are not used to declaring independence from social norms. Should you wait until this or that happens? Should someone who knows you better than your 3D self make the decision for you? What if you are reading yourself wrong, and you move in a direction that seems counterintuitive but feels right? And on as you battle with yourself, trying to force a seemingly illogical action into a clean little box of rightness. Just asking yourself the questions will clarify why this seemingly illogical move is right for you. For this shift, this move is most likely the skeleton of your new being. In essence, you are creating the framework of your new being despite the illogic of doing so as you learn how to listen to your inner being. You will ask yourself repeatedly why this action seems right for you and why it is presenting itself now. And then, you will deny the answers until you can no longer deny yourself. This shift/change/concept will initially feel more wrong than right. That is until you accept the wisdom of your inner voice without qualifiers or pleading to be allowed to ignore your inner voice. In 3D, significant decisions were most often more straightforward because you had eons of precedent plus the urgings of your family and friends. Those safeguards and bridges are gone. You merely have you. The glory of no longer requiring input from others, including your past life segments attuned to 3D, is that you are becoming a self-contained universal entity. Step 1 of that entity is to create your new skeleton, the phase you are in or will soon enter. A skeleton that becomes sturdier as you move into the totality of your new being. Many of you are pushing yourself beyond what you expected a few days ago. Do not fret. You have the strength to create your new skeleton because you have been preparing for this particular push throughout your isolation/rest time. If you have not discovered any dreams, new interests, or possibilities, do not worry. You will when the time is right. Dreams that might be a building block to your new skeleton or the new skeleton. It does not matter, for you are now in the building phase of a new you, something you have never before experienced while of the earth. Allow yourself to flow into yourself through your inner voice, no matter how unnatural it might feel at your first inkling of what your new you requires. Then let that information process until you know that moving forward is more beneficial than stagnating as you ponder the pros and cons of your decision. Just as you became a young adult after 3D puberty, You will move forward physically and or emotionally in the next few weeks. Your change is in the air. So be it. Amen. Channel, Brenda Hoffman. For many of us on the ascension journey, the light is finally dawning on us that we are truly entering a new world. This means that we can no longer think, feel, and behave in our old ways. It's these old ways that have kept us in the old world, and it's these old ways that must be replaced with the new. We must break free of our pasts if we want to step into the radically new cosmic future. As with the analogy of the fruit falling from the tree when it's ripe, we naturally ascend into higher states of consciousness as we deeply understand ourselves and life. This comes about as we fully see through the limitations of our limited perceptions, pains, and actions. We then finally move out of a healing state and into a healed one. As we do so, we become ready to submit to the divine order and to begin flowing with its gracious and ever-intelligent patterns and rhythms, and it's the jumping-off point to ascension. This is a profound evolutionary process that unfolds over time, and it can't be forced. It can only be allowed as our inner beings ripen under the light of the grand spiritual sun. Now, at this most exciting time, there are many souls who are completing their healing journeys and are preparing to merge with the new world. And this is where things get strange. The behavioral patterns that used to govern us don't seem to get us anywhere anymore. Our maps, compasses, tools, and old haunts just stop guiding us, and we're left directionless. It's as if the world is walking forwards, but we're now walking backwards. Nothing and no one makes sense anymore. When this occurs, it's then time to exclusively listen to the inaudible whispers of the heart as the new way of operating. These whispers are the voice of our higher minds, and this is what will guide us toward all that is wondrously and inconceivably new. So what is this new world? The new world is a field of superconsciousness, or pure light, and it imbues us with crystal clear perceptions, magnetic joy, radiant well-being, and pure fiery charged actions. We can no longer force, cajole, or stress our way through life. These survival tactics won't work anymore. It's only through letting go of the directives and mechanisms of our old selves, our ego minds, that we step into our creative and ingenious higher minds which interface with and give rise to this enlightened reality. In short, the laws of the new world are different than the old one. The new world is built on a foundation of eternal spiritual truths, not ill-devised man-made ones. So let's allow ourselves to open up to these spiritual truths now. When we shift away from being materially concerned, we become surprisingly abundant. When we stop forcing circumstances, our lives begin to serendipitously flow. When we surrender our problems, divine opportunities and messengers appear. When we disavow misery from our experience, we feel the fundamental bliss of our beings. When we no longer anxiously cling to life, it miraculously opens up and shows us a kind alternative. Whatever the old world demands to be true or tells us to do, we must know and do the opposite. We must allow ourselves to recognize that we've been duped not only by many of our, oftentimes well-meaning, political, spiritual, and thought leaders, but by our communities, families, and ourselves. The old world is plagued by a pandemic of spiritual ignorance, and we must become immune to it by waking up. For those of us who are ready, we are leaping across the great divide that has separated our personal consciousnesses from the vast ocean of cosmic wisdom and grace that the new world is made of. There's no turning back, nor would we want to. Within the cosmos, the new world has always existed, but it's now becoming visible to those who are awakening. Here on Earth, this field of super consciousness is ready to hold those ripe individuals who are dropping away from the old world. We are invited now to embrace, and even relish, the strangeness of this transition as we move through it. Completing and saying goodbye to our pasts, we begin to dance with the divine order. Its movements are different and highly unusual for us. Yet this is a wholly exciting and thrilling time that we are stepping into and that we are moving in step with. Let's say yes to the strangeness. Let's get wild with ascension. Let's go.
Fuck yeah.
By Whitney.
Oh, my special friends. Part 2. Insight number 1. Your twin is you. Well, scratch that. The sooner, the better. Of course, it is your choice. If you enjoy the 3D temples and the push and pull and the running and chasing game, then stick with it. We have to understand that our twin is us. We are one energy field in two bodies. We share the same energetic signature like puzzle pieces clicking into each other. They are our ultimate mirror, and they give us exactly what we need for our own healing and growth. That is not always what our ego wants. So, when you are blaming them for ignoring you, why are you ignoring yourself? This, by the way, prepares us to see the much bigger picture of oneness. It is not just the twin that we are one with. We are one with everything and everyone in this universe, and as we keep on evolving, we see more and more of this bigger truth. Insight number 2, it is all about you. Closely related to that is that we have to learn that it is always about us. And when we have understood that we are one, it makes sense, right? If we heal us, we heal both parts. Nothing happens to us, everything happens for us. There is no me or him slash her. There is only us. And the faster we focus on ourselves, on our own issues, our own healing, the quicker we will raise the frequency for us, our twin, humanity, and feel much more balanced and whole. Our ego loves to step in here and say, why do I have to do all the work when the other part is not taking any effort? Well, read the next insight to get a clearer perspective. Insight number 3, the feminine is in the lead. Once we have understood this, the second part to integrate into our awareness are the traits of the feminine and the masculine energy. The feminine energy is the creative energy. She creates with her intuition and her heart. She is preparing the energy field and is setting a certain frequency. Then, the masculine energy, the creator energy, can follow with focus and commitment and manifest. It can never be the other way around. So, if you are the more feminine part in the connection, carrying a bigger portion of feminine energy, which is independent from gender, you have to really take that in. If you are waiting for your twin to finally heal and get it, you will wait until the cows come home. This will never
Oh,
happen,
fuck.
as slash you will simply follow your energy. And you do not have to talk to him or her in the physical about this at all. As you are connected energetically through your heart centers, you will inspire him or her energetically. The more you find your inner reunion, the less you will still need slash pull the energy from him or her. Always. Understand that the more masculine part needs you to do your job so that they can do theirs. A reunion becomes only possible when both have done their job. Insight number 4, silence is golden. Our soul wants us to focus on ourselves and our own issues and healing. The transformation happens a lot quicker if we are not distracted by the presence of our partner and are permanently in a situation where we pull energy from each other. That is codependency, and exactly what we are meant to overcome. Therefore, recognize the gift of silence for your ultimate good, and use this time to focus on your own work instead of wasting energy into chasing and running away from your own lessons and job this way. Insight number 5, our inner child is a key holder. We took for granted what we learned, being not good enough and having to be better, jump higher, perform more. That was our reality. When we face a certain situation, our system recalls the memory of the past and reacts with the same protective strategy we came up with as a child. And no one is better in triggering our inner child than our twin so that we recognize it and heal it. When we make our inner child our best friend and get it to trust us completely, the ego cannot get any energy and is forced to transform into a higher frequency. Insight number 6, acting out emotions is good. What we have to understand is that acting out emotions is a good thing. It is a natural reflex that we have for a reason. Children naturally use that reflex, and everything is cool again a couple of minutes later, until we teach them that it is not okay to behave that way. It starts passing on dense energies into the physical body, which stores it. We learn to allow emotions constructively, without going into the drama. That again transmutes the energy to a high frequency immediately. Insight number 7. Start your mission now. Don't wait until your twin is ready to be with you to start your mission you came here for. That means to discover your essence and do what you love. You are supposed to reach a state of wholeness individually. The universe requires transformation and change, not waiting until you are both ready. You are here with specific gifts and tasks. Explore your childhood and personality to find out what they are and who you truly are, and start sharing your talents with the world to inspire others. It does not have to be big, just by putting yourself out there. You are already causing a ripple effect. Redirecting energies into something useful helps again to transmute energies to high frequencies of love and compassion. Move forward with your life as if reunion was not happening and you are happy and whole on your own. But know in your heart that your twin will join once all energy blockages between the two of you are cleared. And remember, your mission is fun, because you do what makes you thrive. As soon as it feels heavy and not in the flow, know you are not in the frequency you want to be in. Insight number 8. We are transformers. When we have learned to release emotions of gratitude, we have had our first lesson in alchemy. Because that is how transmutation of low frequencies into high frequencies works. This requires to take a different perspective and see the benefit in every situation. What does it teach me? What do I recognize about myself and for my own growth? Who did I meet that is important now to me that I would not have met? When we take a 5D view on things, we recognize the perfection and purpose in all our experiences and encounters. Once we have learned this transmutation on a pro level, we will automatically start participating in doing this on a larger level for the planet. You become a walking purifier. We are starting to understand that we are part of a larger organism. We are anchoring the high frequencies that are available in the higher dimensions by transforming them into a frequency where we can keep them in the physical realm. Choose wisely. Choose love. Insight number 9. We had to go through 3D school. Besides the experience of the imbalance between masculine and feminine energies, an important reason for that is to fully understand the 3D programming and to experience for ourselves how duality feels and how it works. Only that way, we are able to develop a compassion for those that are going through the same experience, and we can through their ego behavior straight into their heart and essence to hold the space for them on their individual journey. Insight number 10. That is another tough one to understand. How often do we hear from twins? My life was pretty stable and perfect until I met him/her, and actually I was happy. The twin flame journey is shaking you up for a purpose and challenges you to the deepest level. It forces you to find back to your unique essence, to become your most authentic self. There is no place on the earth for these old energies, and we realize we do not need any of it when we are happy and whole. In short, we are guided to find self-love to share it with our community. As we are all aspects of Source, self-love is the closest we can get to God, because we are God-informed. Insight number 11. Reunion is only possible on a very high frequency level. Our original twin vibe. That is pure bliss and compassion. Pure divine love. When we have reached that state, we have ascended. We are now happy and whole by ourselves. We do not need anyone else to be happy, but we carry so much love for us and thus for God, that all we want to do is share it with everyone. Duality dissolves and we see the good and divine perfection in everything. We are completely free and have detached from the matrix and have awakened to the real reality. We are enjoying life and love to share and inspire, without expecting anything from anyone. We have recognized what a great gift the twin flame journey is and are deeply grateful for everything it has brought to us. And that is exactly the moment when the door possibly opens, and when you least expect it, your twin is there, ready to join the dance. The texts I share are always based on my own intuition and or on experiences of clients, friends, and my own. I do not claim what I share to be the ultimate truth. I encourage everyone to only take what resonates to find your own truth and wisdom. Thank you. Vera, navigate your twin flame experience successfully. Understand the purpose and dynamics, and find inner peace, happiness, and joy. Thank you. Vera, by Vera Ingerbor.
Dear brothers and sisters of this beautiful planet, it seems repetitive to some to repeat again and again that we are grateful to be here and able to pass on these teachings. For a long time, our voices were silenced, and now we can bring all this manner of knowledge to each of you. Today, I would like to comment on a feeling that you call happiness. So many try to find a description of what happiness is. So let me go back a little in time. There was a time when your souls only vibrated with light. There was no suffering, no duality, and the world was perfect and balanced. Could we call this happiness? Perhaps many would call it boredom and calm because nothing surprising happened. Not how you know it today, because much was done. Every day brings a new discovery for everyone's well-being. The scientists of that time never stopped. The priests were always in contact with the highest to bring balance to everyone around them. So, I could say that happiness was there because, as many understand it, happiness is a set of feelings such as joy, harmony, abundance, plenty, and love. So this is it. There was a lot of it. So we could say that happiness was there. And why was all this broken? Why did this planet let itself be embarked on a situation that brought you to where you are today? What happened? I would say that all souls are born perfect. Perfect, I say, within the consciousness of Father, Mother, God. But each soul is a thinking being, and as such, they make their own decisions. We are not being manipulated by our Father, Mother, God to do exactly what He wants. I would not call this free will, as you have. I would call it the ability to choose what to eat and do, where some feelings, not entirely adapted to happiness, began to appear. Then the whole process on this planet began. The opportunity was brought to it for a great project, the project of letting each really have free will. They could choose to remain in the light or not, vibrate feelings that are incompatible with the light, and then the rest of the story you already know. So I ask again, what is happiness? It's something boring, something tedious that has brought different feelings to those people who reigned here in the past over time. Is that what happiness brings? What is happiness? Is it a moment? Is it a set of moments? There is no exact definition of what it actually is, so I'll go back again to the beginning. Each soul is born with the balance of Father, Mother, God. The soul needs to go through many adventures, through many processes, to evolve or not. So what is the goal of every soul? To constantly evolve toward the light, toward higher and higher dimensions. And with each step in this evolution, what changes? The balance, the ability to remain whole, regardless of what comes around or what needs to be experienced, changes. This is evolution. This is being a being of light. All of us ascended masters, myself included, were once humans. We lived on the planet's surface and went through all the processes you also go through. And on our way, each one, in their own way, has been searching for happiness. The joy in the heart allowed them to look around without being shaken, neither experiencing that negative feeling, to look at everything with love, awareness, and wisdom. Understanding each movement of the surroundings is a lesson to be learned. Accepting and learning from this lesson, and being extremely happy to have this awareness at the end. So what is happiness? It's seeking balance, ascension, and results. Then many may say, but I don't have all that, and I am happy sometimes. And I tell you that sometimes when you feel happy, it is because you have started to look at your surroundings with much love. You were contained in a context of pure love and joy. Your joy was so great that you forgot about everything else. You started to look at everything else in the world with the eyes of love. So you felt delighted. Then I'll ask you how long that happiness lasts. And many will reply, it was fast, exactly, because it was an instant. At that moment, you managed to raise your vibration of love and happiness, a point of feeling that way. When all that fades away, it's as if happiness is gone. It was just an instant. So what is happiness? Does happiness mean having something to eat, somewhere to live, a good job, and a perfect family? No, not for the most part. But having a family is. But will you feel happy all the time? Or will there be days when you wake up tired of all that? The routine, the same as necessary for you to have everything I've talked about, so that you can have a large table, a place to live, keep a job, and provide for your family and your children. Then on the day, you don't feel happy, you feel tired. Often you feel like throwing everything up in the air and running, digging a hole and staying there quietly, and seeing if anyone forgets you. You also forget every need you have. So, what is happiness? It is to seek this point of balance. Nobody is happy 100% of the time, because even those with no need, who do not have to work, have everything at hand. There are days when they feel bored, precisely because they have nothing to do, and I would say that many feel more bored than those with nothing, because they are empty, they haven't built anything. So what is happiness? Is it to have everything, nothing, and worry about nothing? But then not having anything is not being able to afford it, not having food, not being able to help your family. No, this is not happiness. To have everything and nothing at the same time is not happiness. So what are you looking for? You seek all this, but will all that you seek bring happiness? Many seek fame and notoriety and lose freedom. Is this happiness? Many seek love, that ephemeral love, love of each day. Is this happiness? Some find love, but are you happy 100% of the time? Does that other person next to you complete you 100% of the time? I would say no. Someone is diminished if that other person completes you 100% of the time, lacking willpower and being subservient to please the other person 100%. Is this happiness? Are you completely satisfied at the expense of the other person's uniqueness? No, that is selfishness. Then where is happiness? Please note there is no single answer. There is no little pot of gold that you will get hold of and bring happiness forever into your lives. So I think that the most incredible wisdom is to seek balance. This word is so widely used, and so little lived, because when you are in balance, you have bad moments, but you also have excellent moments. If you forget the bad moments, you will be able to continue on your way. You will have a companion who will not be a doll by your side, but another being who will teach you many things, also learning many things from you, and versa. Then you at his balance. Ah, but there will be the day when you fight and disagree on specific issues. That's great. It's a sign that everyone still has their own individuality, that they haven't been carried away by each other's thoughts and ways of thinking, and how to reach a consensus. With balance, each gives in a little on their opinion. Still, no one erases their own idea, getting a middle ground. So where is happiness? It is in the balance, because when you have equilibrium, you are happy because you have the wisdom to deal with any problem resulting from love. As for understanding, there is a lesson to be learned and aware of, and there you gain knowledge, become wiser, and in the future, when the same thing happens, you will say, "No, I won't fall for that anymore. I've learned it, because your wisdom brought it to you." You will be happy at that moment, because you will not allow yourself to experience that problem again. So what is happiness? It's to seek balance. It's to strive not to be happy alone, but to be happy with the whole. It doesn't matter what this whole is. Try to take each bad thing as a lesson for great learning later. What is happiness? It's looking for joy in every little thing, a little gesture, a kid's smile, every hug, and on a perfect day, you give or receive. This sounds silly, but it makes it many much better. To emanate joy and love is to change your world, to create that wave that spreads around you, and if it meets someone vibrating in the same range, another wave is formed. How many waves will form? How much joy and happiness did you spread that day? So in closing, I would just say this. What is happiness? Happiness is not complaining, judging, criticizing others, or looking at everything with a look of sadness, anger, or pity towards oneself. Instead, it's to look at everything with love. When you look at everything with love, you become happy for several reasons. For the wisdom you will gain, for not emanating negative feelings, and for helping spread love energy. So what is happiness? It is to look to heaven and be grateful to Father, Mother, God for having all this consciousness. It's to be grateful to be alive. Ah, but you are sick, and what is this sickness trying to show you? Have you ever asked yourself that question? This is an essential learning experience. Do you want to learn or not? It depends on your answer to why you have this disease. Be grateful that it is trying to teach you something. It will never go away if you can't see the condition this way. It will continue to be there, hitting you hotter because you don't see it as a lesson but as a burden, which will become increasingly burdensome. So what is happiness? It's to look with the eyes of love at anything, at everything, at the no matter what it is, everything has to be looked at with love, and then you that you will find happiness. I cannot guarantee that, but I can guarantee that you will be in balance. And who knows, maybe this balance is strong and powerful that you will not find happiness. Thank you for watching. We love you so much.
Beloved Masters, it is important that you understand that spirit is all-pervading. It is found in all elements and can be reduced to one primal element called adamantine particles, which is the energy of all creation emanating from the heart core of the Supreme Creator. Adamantine particles are an intelligent force which is aware of itself, for it bears the consciousness of its source. Therefore, it is called the spirit which flows out into this universe via our Father/Mother God, and it is the diamond ray flame sent forth from the Supreme Creator. A spark of this blessed gift resides within your sacred heart and is called your diamond core God cell. Remember, as we have told you, the half-spectrum light that is available to humanity at large is neutral and can be requalified. In other words, it can be used in a positive or a negative way. As you journey further and further away from your God self, the column of light that connected you to your source was stretched to the maximum, until it became a thin silver cord instead of a brilliant light column the width of the crown of your head. You are now reversing that process, beloveds. As your vibrational frequencies are raised and you return to a harmonious level of resonance, your silver cord of light begins to expand until it will be, once again, the width of the crown of your head. In paintings, the halos you see around the ascended masters and saints are representative of the glowing crown chakras that are visible to those with inner sight. Those who exist in the illusion of the third and lower fourth dimensions receive only a small stream of living light from our Father/Mother God via their higher self. The breath of life is restricted, and only a minimal amount of primal life force energy is available to them. You might say they are on a starvation diet, for they are not receiving all the light nutrients they need to function as an empowered spiritual/human being. The air the masses breathe at this level of existence is only oxygen. However, as you gain access to the higher dimensions, you also tap into the living light called adamantine particles or prana. For you see, when you are resonating with the more refined levels of consciousness, the air is filled with the elixir of life, and through dedication and intention, you prepare yourselves to become vessels for the living light. This crisp light cannot be requalified, it can only be used for the greatest good, for it must be activated by your pure, loving intent. Otherwise it remains dormant. Conscious breathing with pure intention could be called soul breathing, and once you have connected to the stream of life/light via the cities of light, the infinity breath exercise and binary sequencing, you will have a never-ending supply of diamond ray life/light flowing into you and through you. That is when you and your world will be changed, and the illusion of the third/fourth dimensions will slowly fade into the background. You will become immune to the negativity swirling around you as you become a living, radiant sentinel of light. Many of you ask, how can we connect with our guardian angel, the masters, and the angelic forces? We say to you, turn within and move your consciousness into the sanctuary of your sacred heart. The silence within the still point is a place of unlimited power. Concentrated power plus focused intention results in perfect, conscious union with the all that is. Thus the saying, be still and know that I am God. Our Father/Mother God speak to you through the still small voice from within. Your vaster self in spirit form is always trying to nudge you in the right direction. The nudgings via inspiration and subtle, positive occurrences increase as you begin to listen and take positive action for the greatest good. The motivating forces of the universe are silent, but powerful. The universe is teeming with the elixir of life just waiting for you to claim your divine birthright. When you accept the fact that a sense of self-worth must come from within, you will stop seeking validation from others and outside yourself. No matter how many riches you accumulate, or how many accomplishments you have to your credit, if you do not have a deep-seated connection with your inner spark of divinity, you will forever be seeking approval. At the center of your soul is the sacred heart, and in the center of your sacred heart is your diamond core God cell. The sacred heart and sacred mind connect you to your higher intelligence and create infinite awareness. Many of you have also asked, what is the purpose of the binary sequencing exercise? We have endeavored over the past few months to help you understand that your return pathway home was established eons ago. The purpose of the binary sequencing exercise via the infinity breath is to open those refined pathways, and to re-establish your connection with the higher dimensional planes of existence. As you, the sentinels of light, integrate more and more of the higher refined frequencies from the cities of light into your physical vessels and radiate them out into the world, the process of reconnecting with the higher realms begins where you will, once again, have access to the full spectrum light which contains the prana/adamantine particles of eternal life. Remember, in our past explanation to you, we stated, by performing the binary sequencing exercise, you will reach all the way up to and connect with the 8th dimension, the infinity/prosperity gateway, and also the 9th dimensional angelic gateway. This is the highest level that is available to humanity during this particular round of ascension. Via your intention, by breathing the infinity breath and saying each number while you pause during the still point moment, you are opening the circuits, so to speak, to each dimensional level from the 1st to the 9th, 2 * 4 * 8 * 16 * 32 * 64 * 120 8 * 256 * 512 dimensional pathway opened. 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. Those of you who have returned to an acceptable level of duality within the broad spectrum of light and shadow have already cleared and opened the refined channels for the 1st through the higher 4th dimensions, and are in the process of clearing the pathway into the higher 5th dimensional levels. Some of you are now accessing some of the light frequencies from the 6th dimension via the city of light in your area, and adding those components to your energetic formula of light. Hopefully, this will help you to understand how important these exercises are and how the results will not only help you on your path of ascension, but will assist all humanity and the earth as well. Many of you have promised and agreed to bring forth the maximum creator light that you can humanly contain within a vessel, and through your loving intent, you are sharing this light for the greatest good of all. Do you see now why we are calling you sentinels of light? Beloveds, these are times of monumental change throughout the earth and your solar system, and each of you is in the midst of an accelerated initiation process whether or not you acknowledge it. You can either move forward with ease and grace or fall deeper into the chaos and suffering of the lower dimensions. Remember, the moment you begin to believe in scarcity and limitation, that is the moment you begin to experience those limitations in your life's experience. The choice is yours, for you are the creator of your reality. Know that the challenges and opportunities before you will bring rewards beyond anything you can imagine, and so do not be afraid to step out of your comfort zone as you reach for the stars. You must learn that true happiness is not a gift on the earthly plane, it must be earned and is unattainable without an inner sense of self-worth. You are in the process of finding your true self, as all the illusions, distortions, and misconceptions are gradually cleared away. However, you must love and honor the person you are at the present while you are striving to become the person you wish to be. Many of you are becoming aware of the power of truth and right choices. Accept your cloak of radiant light, for you have earned it. Follow your own path and do not fear being different from those around you. We know you feel lonely at times, but you are never alone. Call on us and we will guide and assist you in every way possible. Be bold and steadfast, my brave bearers of light. Know that I am with you always and you are dearly loved. I am Archangel Michael.
It's so hard to eat. Alright, Dad's then doing it. Then do cards for a cause. See if I can get some donations rolling for our family. Okay. There it is. I always get so stuck on this, right? Like, I don't even ever change it. Like 4 hours later. I don't know, like, when I was sick though, and because it's really hard sometimes to know whether you're just having a symptom sickness or you really need to seek medical attention. And then I know I went feel like maybe I went a little arrogant. It's like, oh, I'm not sick. It's just, I don't know. Or was it fake? Ooh, arrogance or fake? That's a good topic. But I listened to something. It was like cleaning like a detox frequency, and it sent me into immediate pain and shivering and vomiting, and then the fever came real heavy, and that's when I knew, dude, this is really. So I don't know, maybe it did like actually push me into knowing that my body needed help outside of my faith. So that stuff's super hard. I'm gonna play some good ass music. Finish these cards for a cause. I really do it myself. We'll listen to some covers. Fuck it. I don't get flagged anywhere when I use covers, so I stick to them. Fuck. Some over the time. Oh, allergies.
I believe it was sin. Oh, do you the way I did? Stole the gold and drank the gin. Then I ran off with your kid. And if I can't no way, and if the stars align, I stay golden on things that I can't change.
So dramatic.
Yeah, you know I'm down here all night. So if you want to start that fight, you're loaded on things that I can't change. I believe it was a sin. Do you in the way I did you in? I couldn't stop it coming from afar. I lost the key to the getaway car. Every now and then I'm in this place. It's hell living when I need your face. Don't hide from me. I believe it was the same. Oh, do you the way I did? I took out more than I put in.
Sounds kind of happy about it though.
I got back while you stayed there. So I came here tonight. if you won't start that fight, we can get loaded on things that I can't change. There ain't no amount here all night. So if you want to start that fight, we can get loaded on the things that I can't change. I believe it was a sin. Do you in the way I did you in? Couldn't stop it coming from afar. I don't forget to get away from. Every now and then I'm in this place. It's hell living when I need your face. Don't hide, don't hide, don't hide from me. Don't hide, don't hide, don't hide, don't hide from me. Don't hide, don't hide, don't hide, don't hide from me. Don't hide, don't hide, don't hide, don't hide from me. Don't hide, don't hide, don't hide, don't hide from me. I believe it was a sin. Do you in the way I did you in? Couldn't stop it coming from afar. I lost the key to get away from. Every now and then I'm in this place. It's hell living when I need your face. Don't hide, don't hide, don't hide from me. Don't hide your face. Oh, don't hide from me. Don't hide your face. Don't hide. My baby told me, you gotta get ready for everyone win. And I know that she not getting any better, man. She just said, I still love her first. 'Cause I know I was gonna stay with you. Cause a woman I love's getting better. Sitting here sober, but I wonder what shape she'll find again. I need her under my skin, like a joking needs help with it. When I'm never going back to a snake and chase the amount of money I spent, I could have bought the place. Not to mention that they know my face. So now I'm saying I'm in down the place. Come on! What is this? I'm catching some fireflies. I want today, I want tonight. You can say that I want to be right. A million miles away from the side. Ooh, I hesitate, I don't know. So how, baby, I hope you have a long come on.
Spend some day when you got your friends. But you use a pen on Teaca. Gonna make you laugh, cause you know I'm a gentleman. Yes, I'm living a fine day. Got a permanent dance still couldn't save me from running and dancing at your clothes in the 5 miles out. You can say oh baby, I hope you haven't broken up. Please don't be today. I ain't never gonna be here. Everybody must shout, shout, baby, shout, baby. Please don't be today. I ain't never gonna be here. Give me one more shout, shout, baby, shout, baby. Come on, Asheville. Put your hands together. You gotta raise the heat index up in here. Well, I don't know you like I know nobody else. Well, I know you like I know nobody else. Well, I know you like I know nobody else. Well, I know you like I know nobody else. Well, I know you like I know nobody else. You did not even know you like I didn't know myself. Well, I know you like I know nobody else. You did I never do you. You never do me. Well, I know you like I know nobody else. You did I never do you like I didn't know myself. Well, I know you like I know nobody else. 1, 2, I'm never with you. peace gonna be today. Ain't got no more weekend lost away. Everyone gonna shout that, shout that, shout that. Our peace gonna be today. Ain't got no more weekend lost away. Everyone gonna shout that, shout that, hey. All I need, oh, you got the potion, yeah, you really do. Everybody fall in love with you. Call me a lover, call me a lover. All I hear is lies from you. The Rolling Stones, and you feel a bad. Blue baby friends up all you ever had. All of you alone, all of me you bet. Now is not the time, and there's not the place. So would you come with me? Oh, I want you to come with me. 'Cause I can't do this alone. Oh, darling, this is mine. As long as stars on my body, yeah. It's got me acting so naughty. I'm setting fire to my Oh, just another skeleton in a closet. A freak like no one knows. Never goes up in the back door with dirt between my toes. Yeah, I used to really love her, but I just don't know the time I took to spend. Oh, the love I felt below. And I wish I might find some love today. You know I could, you know I would find a way to stay. But now is not the time, and death is not the place. I'm on my way to somewhere. These scars are killing me. So, would you come with me? Oh, I want you to come with me. 'Cause I can't do this alone. Oh, no, baby. Well, that society is putting the scars on my body. Yeah. It's got me acting so naughty. I'm setting fire to my home. Yeah, yeah. Would you come with me? Oh, will you come with me? 'Cause I can't do this alone. Oh, no, baby. Oh, this is society. Put this love on my body. It's got me looking so naughty. I can't You know, it may slow me down. difference in me. Because I'm feeling more than love. Asheville, North Carolina, we need you. We need each and every one of you. We can do this. Oh. Yeah. So I want to let y'all know that we got a new album out. It came out a couple months ago. This one's on it. Said I'm pulling down the shades for a long ride. Never knew that I could feel so black and blue. And I've been holding on to something now for some time. All I know is it's a feeling fit for two. Cause when the sunlight laid its head down on this dark night, and I was talking to myself in the rear view. Yeah, I got questions, but I know everything is alright. And all I have to do is just remember you. Cause I'm never gonna lose you. I've got you deep inside my chest. Feel you beating like a soul of a drum boy. Keep on, take us away. Keep on, keep on, keep on. Anybody's there. I've been fake and I've been free, I've been you, I've been me. But now I stand up tall for what I believe. I guess our eyes are what they're telling me. But all disbelief. No one's leaving just yet. We all want that make-believe. Trying to tribulations. Come to me. Stop to me. Then I'm walking in the front door. I'm your ghost. Living up the day. I need some more. And the Lord take us away. Keep on, keep on, keep on. Anybody say, no, no, yeah. No, 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 no. All right. We'd like to try something with you. We're going to divide this straight up the middle here. Okay? We got Zach, Rob, and Mike's side over here, all the good fellas and the good girls. Say what's up. And then we got the infamous Bad Boy Club over here. How's all my black boys and black girls doing? So what we want to do is we want to teach y'all this melody, and then we want to see what side can sing it with the most heart, with the most soul, and ultimately the loudest. Are you with us? Can you do that? Okay, it goes like this. This side. What you got over here? That's how you do it, good fellas and good girls.
Fucking dog pound.
What do you got over here? One more over here. One more over here. One more over here. I think it's a bad boys and girls. Everybody. One more time. I've been fake and I've been free. I've been you, I've been me. But I'll stand up tall for what I believe. It's all eyes, I hope that trying to be, trying to disbelieve. We don't want to leave it just yet. We don't want that make-believe. Into tribulations, I'm come to be. Yes, I know, oh, I know, it's a piece of me. I'm walking at the front door, know your ghost, still another day. I'll be told more. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Take us away. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Anybody say, take it away. Come on, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. We gotta keep going, we gotta keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. You know, we don't care what anybody thinks. That doesn't long take us away. Oh yeah. Johnny packed her bags, sure to bring her my tea. Told her mom and dad she never met nobody else quite like me. He moved down from a regular rank, established a connection with an underground king. They'll have it all. Blink of an eye. sunshine is happening all so fast. We both grew up together, thought I knew this love would last. Yes, I was wrong, every song, goodness gone. Make a window. She's a very pretty girl with a magnolia smile. In this wide-awake world, you know it only takes a little while to get what you want when no one's looking. Now there's a river running through the backwoods of a brain, proud of rapid fast delivery. Backward colored pain, no one to see. Pretty please, was all in the night. Oh, one night, they're missing faces, they're trading places, they're wanted posters on the wall, they're keeping faces to have their friends in the Superdome. Mama calling on the phone, when you're coming home, child. She's a very pretty girl with a magnolia smile. In the wide-awake world, you know it only takes a little while to get what you want when no one's looking. Go get what you want when no one's looking. So I keep an eye out for the bright side. Sure, I never let you down. If we try to go all night, maybe we can reach the shore again. Reach the shore again. Hey! But there's something in the air that's keeping me up, and I know why. Oh, it's so I keep an eye out for the rising light. Swear I'll never let you down again. If we try, don't all night, maybe we can reach the shore again. I searched all my life, staring at those backward halls again. It's all up in me, we share, and I never know just where to begin. Just where to begin. Where will you begin? Where will you begin? What's up, y'all? We're feeling good? We're feeling okay? We in it? We're present? Are we warming up a little bit? My hands are starting to feel hot. That's why I know it's all good. Hello. down, such your style. But I'm the only one who ever believed in. I always saw you toughest of times. That's my style. You were broke, you were tired, you were cold, you were living the life. And I made my decision. I take the long road, I'm on them highways. Many people want me to kill, many people die today, many people live forever, never throw this love away, never throw your love away, throw your love away. Hello, every comment and clear. Take a look in the mirror. I know you don't like what you see. But step away, one moment, it's alright, child. I heard you when you say the sound, but I never that sound. Oh, because I'm a criminal, and I do this every day. I take the long road, I walk them highways. Many people being killed, many people die today, many people live forever. Never throw this love away. Do you think that you're able to sit at my table, speak with the right kind of mind? With all the selfish and dream, so claim what you claim, and we turn. Get a feeling that belongs, the face in the eyes, and they hide in the same sound. There will come a day when the night will be ours, because I'm a criminal, and I do this every day. I take the long road, I'm on the highway. Many people meet a kid, many people die today. Live forever. I'm a criminal, and I do this every day. We are Nashville, Rock Valley, North Carolina, here at Lake Meeting. We do it every day. This is the final come and go. I keep fighting faith, cause I don't wanna know. And this even fall, I shining over this colder sheet. So I should just take it with falling to the meadow. This is who I am. I'm a soldier with the medal. On my road to the glass, and now I'm breathing fast. I need someone to help these hard times fast. So on my road to the glass, and now I'm breathing fast. I need someone to help these hard times fast. Hard times fast. There's no costume on. Down a million miles, same smile, and I'll always give you all you need. I can see that you dancing with the devil, so hope you brought your show. You won't get what you need, you're not down on the level. This is pretty, just a little mischief. Hotel room for me. This got you over like a bonfire inside the mix. Cry all day, all night, for my lifetime. Just a little mischief, little mischief. So on my road to the glass, and now I'm breathing fast. I need someone to put these hard times fast. So on my road to the glass, and now I'm breathing fast. I need someone to put these hard times fast. Find someone, find someone.
Oh my gosh. I don't know why my phone's ringing. It's weird.
Someone, you gotta find someone. I need someone to make your hard times pay. On my road to the glass, and now I'm breathing fast. I need someone to make these hard times pay. On my road to the glass, and now I'm breathing fast. I need someone to help these hard times pay. On my feet was steaming froze, and now I'm full of hope. I need someone to help these hard times pay. On your road to the glass, and now you're breathing fast. I need someone to help these hard times pay. Find someone, find someone. Find someone to help your hard times pay. Find someone, find someone. Find someone to help your hard times pay. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Okay. All right. That means we're not connected. All connected. Always. I'm gonna play another new one off the new record. Thank you guys for coming out. Feels good. believe it was a sin. Oh, to do it the way I did. Stole the gold and drank the gin. Then I ran off with your kid. And if I came nowhere, and if the stars align, I said, you're loaded on the things that I can't change. You know I'm out here all night, so if you want to start that fight, we can get loaded on the things that I can't change. I believe it was a sin, you in the way I did you in. I couldn't stop it coming from the fall. I lost the key to the getaway car, and every now and then I'm in this place. It's feeling when I need your face. Come on, come on, come on with me. I believe it was a sin. Oh, to do it the way I did. I took out more than I put in. Like I fell on each thing. So I came here tonight. If you want to start that fight, you can get loaded on the things that I can't change. You know I'm out here all night. If you want to start that fight, you can get loaded on the things that I can't change. And I believe it was a sin. You in the way I did you in. I couldn't stop it coming from the law. I lost the key to the getaway car. And every now and then I'm in this place. It's hell when I need your face. Come on, come on, come on for me. Come on, come on, come on, come on for me. Come on, come on, come on, come on for me. See you, see you, see you. Come on, come on, come on, come on for me. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on for me. When I believe it was a sin, you in the way I did you in. I couldn't stop it coming from my phone. I lost the key to the getaway car. Every now and then I'm in this place. And even when I need your face. Go high, go high, go high. Go high. Your face. Oh, baby, go high. Me. Even in the most mountains pressing into the night. What to do? are the one, we are the one. Turn the fire into light. Going on now what we do. Changes we go through. Love makes it easy. Makes it all right. In the mouth of the wolf we lay. Chase the sun to sleep. And if we never come down, we won't ever come down. It don't make no difference to me. 'Cause we are the one, we are the one. Turn the fire into light. But we know now what we do. Changes we go through. Love makes it easy. Makes it all right. Love makes it easy. Makes it all right. Do what we do. Do what we do. I say my prayers in the morning. I get up in the afternoon. And I'm saying nothing no one but you, yeah. And I scream to the God above me. Here we go. Let me know. Ooh, let me know. Let me sing you a song. You've been singing in the rain. You've been singing so long. And I want to know, could I ever be saved? If I live a life of lies, a life of love. Love makes it easy.
Winning.
Makes it all right. Love makes it easy. Makes it all right. Thank you. We're going to bring up a good friend of ours right now. Got Miss Jane Carlson in the house, y'all. Give it up. Isn't anybody home in here? It's getting cold and I just don't care, so I'm gonna find something else to do. Take a really good look at me. 22 and I still don't see why. I love you people anymore. Falling down, it's so hard to do. Touch me about a blue, so I'm gonna find something else to do. If I ever was to say to you all the things that you wanted and told, I have to find something else to do. So I'm gonna stand here by your fire, 'cause it's a cold one tonight, taking care of so fine. You're the main reason why I don't ask questions and I don't tell no lies. It's the main reason why I'm taking care of so fine. You're the main reason why. Oh my God, I almost died last night. Wrecking my car and I told my life so long. Gonna find something else to do. Oh, if I ever was to say to you all the things that you wanted me to do, I have to find something else to do. I'm gonna stand here by your fire, 'cause it's a cold night tonight, taking care of so fine. You're the reason why I don't ask questions and I don't tell no lies. It's the reason why I'm taking care of so fine. You're the reason why. You're the reason why. You're the reason why. You're the reason why. Take it away.
a song for me and make it last all day and night. Though I can't hang on to you, the walls been so tight. With my baby, I didn't know.
I'm gonna stand you by the fire. If it's cold tonight, I'm taking your soul fire. Oh, you're the one. I know it's Christian. I don't tell